Hello guys, I am here to say that the original video had to be taken down because it received a lot of criticism due to the numerous mistakes I made with the recording, such as getting certain aspects of the history wrong alongside a couple of other things. But now that this video is being updated, I will hope to rectify those mistakes and hopefully give a proper explanations to certain things that weren't explained before. So please sit back, relax, enjoy. Reece Kendrick, better known as Bosher Blue, had started on the internet back in July of 2011. He was known back then for being in the Go Anime / Vion community, and was notorious for making videos related to Thomas the Tank Engine and Oishi High School Battle. This will be significant a lot later, especially Oishi. But it lasted from about 2011 to 2016, where he deleted that channel and rebranded to RK Studios, RK being short for Reece Kendrick. That channel wouldn't last long as it was swiftly deleted in 2017. Then he'd make another channel known as Bosher 254, which also didn't last long, culminating in his current channel, Bosher Blue. Reece would go on to make mainly YouTube poops and 3D animations, mainly regarding those two, alongside Michael Rosen and Doki Doki Literature Club, which will also be significant. He was fairly popular within his niche, but that's not what he's known for though. In this time, there was a lot of controversies regarding Reece Kendrick during 2017 to about 2020. And the reason why I'm keeping this separate from now is because, this is a whole mouthful to get through. And I'd recommend watching Raven Skeleton's video on it. One controversy I would note is the ISIS controversy, where people were trolling Bosher, saying that he was a member of ISIS, and he was crashing out a lot for it. It was apparently because he admitted to being a part of ISIS sometime in the past, but I don't really know. Another one was the racism controversy, when during some of his crash outs, Bosher would literally say the N-word, which is ironic because in 2020 he would later go on to commend the Black Lives Matter movement, and you know how that went. And another controversy that took place in around 2017 to about 2019, I think, was the fact that Bosher drew a bunch of fetish art of Oishi and some of his characters, one of them being Hazel, where I think the fetish art in question was just having, he drew Hazel with breasts. Bro, why the fuck would you draw that? What's so hot about a fucking train, dude? What the fuck? That just sounds so ridiculous. Why would anyone draw boobs on a damn train? Just why? Just why? And he also drew art of Oishi pissing on someone. If you want to know why that is bad, Oishi is 16 and the person in the art that she was depicted pissing on was 14. Oh my god, someone better call Gideon on this guy. Another controversy Bosher has been involved in was involving his Alfred trilogy. During this controversy, Bosher would go after a YouTuber known as Bobby because he made a fan-made Alfred 4, where he would make a video mocking his ideas and demanding production to be seized. Bosher would be criticized heavily for this, and Reece would be forced to apologize to Bobby for the situation, as Bobby was around 10 years old when this stuff started happening. Another controversy that unfolded was in 2020 when, during a stream about Alfred 3, Bosher would run into issues with voice acting regarding Rebecca, alongside people trolling him and questioning his past actions, including the previous controversies, leading to this.
Because I said at the title!
Now that we've got that part out of the way, I'ma just move on to all of the recent shenanigans that Reese's Pieces over here has been getting into. This situation honestly does not need an introduction, as this does revolve around Dredd, who I'm pretty sure most of my audience is familiar with him. And if I were to say something, so basically the situation we're in around where Dredd was in a relationship with this one girl. I don't remember her name, even though I was like in Dredd's community for like years at this point. But like Dredd was in this one relationship and he was friends with a guy named Tord. Tord would eventually start hitting on this girl. Keep in mind, this is when Dredd and the girl was still a minor. Dredd was like 16, 17, and the girl was 16. Tord was in his 20s. And Tord pretty much groomed her in the process. And if you wonder, what does this have to do with Bosher? Basically, Bosher let him in his server and hung around him for a long while until Dredd called him out for it. Which is just... it's fucking crazy how he does that shit. Like... having a whole ass pedophile in your group is insane, and trust me, Tord isn't the only one, and this isn't like the only scuffle Dredd had with him, so keep that in mind. Plus, I was there in the call and didn't really know the context at the time other than Tord being a pedo and all that shit, so yeah. If you wonder what I was trying to say in that call, I was just confused about it all, and yeah. And during a live stream, Bosher would let Tord on. Like, a lot of people didn't know that was Tord until Miles joined and pointed it out. Then Tord went on a ramble, and Reece eventually kicked him off. But before he kicked him off, he had a whole ass villain monologue the second, as he was about to leave, which is just, it's fucking crazy, bro. Bro had a whole ass villain monologue about how he has someone's docs, which is just, I don't know why you would say that before leaving, but okay. And fun fact, this actually wasn't the reason why Bosher and Dredd have been beefing, as in, around this time, Bosher made a post about Dredd where, and the two started bickering because of it. Then Dredd threatened to release a bunch of blackmail about it, and Bosher was told to delete the post in exchange so he wouldn't be blackmailed for it. And that, in exchange, Dredd would have Bosher promote TRS, and Bosher gets the post deleted. And if you wonder what that post was, it was Bosher just straight up threatening to rape Dredd, who, keep in mind, was a minor at the time, which just makes it worse. And there is a bunch of screenshots of him doing this shit. Damn, Dredd really could not catch a break. So we're finally gonna talk about it. On July 25th, 2025, an incident from December of 2023 would resurface. Bosher was in a voice chat with several minors who were aged 13 to 14 years old, and you really thought it would be a normal interaction, but by the title of this segment, it wasn't. Bosher proceeded to play an NSFW Doki Doki Literature Club mod called Me and You, which is mainly about Sayori. And he did this in front of all the minors, meaning several of them could have potentially gotten exposed to explicit material. And in the screenshots, Bosher is seen admitting and pretty much talking about the incident, and also self-loathing a lot, which is a pretty common theme that Bosher tends to do throughout a lot of his drama, whether it be with him, whether it be during the situation with Dredd or the 2020 meltdown. He does tend to self-loathe a lot, and he did attempt to respond to this incident in a pretty half-assed apology that he made.
I'm sorry to all the minors who have to hear this, especially to those that are close. Around Christmas 2 years ago, I believe, I was in a group chat with some of my friends, Tinky, Winky, Telly, Miles, Nugget Boy, Poe Telly, I believe. I think Mittens, like Poe, it's like, I can't remember. But what happened in that stream, or the group chat, was I played a NSFW DDLC mod called Me and You, and some people were like lucky enough to like sit through the whole thing, but
honestly, Bosher should not have responded to these accusations. Like, if you send hentai to a minor, then like there's like sort of no going back to it from that, because like it's pretty much that. Like, there's nothing you could do. Sure, you've been given tons of chances, but I think you've pretty much lost all of them after that. You really thought we were done talking about Dread, but no. Bosher did it again. Effectively, around like pretty much a couple of weeks ago, Blixman decided to start another situation with Bosher, and Dread chose to tag along due to his personal growth. Then Bosher just started crashing out again, and crazy enough, Internet Adjacent got involved, and that was where like I started to actually get invested in the whole Bosher stuff again. And some of the stuff Bosher did this time was arguably just as bad, if not worse. Whether it be threatening Dread's life on numerous fucking occasions, which is just why? Like, all that over some trolling, bro? And, of course, inviting a bunch of pedophiles into Dread's Discord. Sure, they were quickly dispatched, and, like, it's honestly crazy how, like, he hung around those people, especially the one that defended Shotacon, which is fucking crazy. Like, if you don't know what Shotacon is, it's basically Lolicon, but with little boys instead. Another thing about this is that Bosher's mum actively fucking defends him. Like, bitch, get your priorities straight and actually do something about your son hanging around all these nonsense and stuff, like. And if you wonder if there is evidence for that, I will show you at least 10 screenshots of that. And I genuinely don't know how Bosher's mother could defend this man. Like, bro, he's done some rather messed up things, and you're just straight up defending him. Sure, he's your son and everything, but that ain't a good excuse, Miss Kendrick. That ain't a good excuse. Bosher might genuinely be one of the most insane motherfuckers I've ever looked at. Like, bro, from all the history spanning from like 2017 to now, and the fact like he's been doing this from like 16 to 25, which is like the age where a person stops developing, like where like the human brain fully develops, and like, and he's still doing all this crazy ass shit. Like, it's crazy. I don't have any words to say other than it's best this guy stay off the internet for like not even a long while, probably permanently at best, and either find a job, put down the Haruhi Suzumiya body pillow, and hand himself into the police, as there is a possibility that Bosher may actually be a predator, even though it is uncertain to this. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this coverage of Bosher Blue, be sure to like, subscribe, give me some comments, whether it be like your praise about this video, feedback, memes, etc., or pretty much anything. But that's about it, guys, and cue the fucking outro already.